Hello, and welcome to One Replay Day, day number 41. Today's replay is against a Terran on Deadwing. His name is Placentek from Clan Polo, and he is Platinum Terran. Deadwing is one of those maps we're probably going to see pulling out of the pool next time they switch it over, since it's been in for quite a while. So they'll be looking for another, oops, good old tab for a second, another 4-player macro map to put in the 1v1 map ladder. Alright, so in PvT, doing standard things, we'll be going 13 gate into 14 gas into Cyber Core to get a Mothership Core and or Stalker in a timely manner in case he goes Reaper. I don't know what that language is, but something about my name makes him interested, but I have no idea what he's talking about. Alright, so we're scouting. Alright, so here's the thing. When you scout on Deadwing, you never have to scout in a horizontal position because you cannot spawn horizontally. So when I do my scout, I'm sending to here and here. I know he's not here because you can't be, because your thirds would be right across from each other, and that'd be a little bit ridiculous to be able to park tanks here and hit your opponent's mineral line. So when he scouts, he doesn't even go on the base. It's a very, or no, he did go on the base. Or maybe that's mine. It doesn't matter. Oops, I know he went Reaper. As my probe got there, it's the second scout. I also know that he expanded. But I've got my Mothership Core out already, so I'm actually going to build a Stalker after I throw down my Nexus here, just to be able to handle the Reaper a little bit more efficiently. So, I mean, a Mothership Core can defend against Reaper, but it's kind of annoying to do. I'm also sending my probe out on the map here, and I'm going to hide it somewhere over here, I think. So he scouts this side. If he had sent his SCV out, he could have sent it to here, and then he could have brought it right back home because he would have known I was in the bottom left then. But instead, his Reaper takes all this much extra time to get to my base. Behind this, he is still mining gas, but he is adding on another barracks. He's got +1 started already. That's pretty early. Alright, so I know his Reaper's there, so I've got my Mothership Core and my Stalker here. And at this point, he's at the point of no return. This Reaper's dead. He took too much damage on it already. Mothership Core picks up the kill easily. Looks like I've got a proxy coming out at this position of almost a Stargate, because I want it to be close to his base. If it were something like a proxy DT shot or proxy brink, I would have stuck it probably back in here somewhere. Where I knew he wouldn't come across and scout very easily, but it was still hidden away, as opposed to the Stargate. If he finds a Stargate later, oh well, he finds a Stargate. It's really just to get out an Oracle too early to do some economic damage on his SUVs. So yeah, behind this he's just building up a Bioforce. He's got a bunker coming up in a timely manner. Based on his scout, he saw that I hadn't been chrono boosting the Cyber Core, and that I hadn't been saving up chrono boost for such. So this bunker timing's fine. I get my scouted Stalker out there, and it sees that he just finished his bunker. So I've got my Oracle that's being chrono boosted out. He does have his engineering bay already because he did go for a very early +1. And he's got Stim coming up. This is sloppy by me. Am I going to lose this? I do lose it. Okay. So he picks up a Stalker for free. I got one shot off on, or got a couple shots off on a Marine, and that's it. Alright, so he's moving out now with actually his entire Marine force. But I've got an Oracle, but he doesn't know about that because he didn't keep his Reaper alive to keep getting scouting information. I have the tools what I need to handle a Marine timing like that back home. Those being at least a unit or two out front to start taking damage and warn me about it if I don't see it. A Mothership Core with enough energy to photon overcharge, and a sentry at the top of the ramp to force field to prevent him from just walking through the photon overcharge and doing damage in my main base. So I have everything that I need to defend against pretty much any bio timing this early. Back home, he has no Marines, which means my Oracle is guaranteed to do damage. It is a little bit unfortunate that I do end up going for the natural instead of the main, because there's a lot more to pick off in the main, but I'm still going to get plenty of damage done at the natural here. And I am getting another Oracle behind this. I would likely cancel this Oracle if I either lost this one to a Widow Mine. Oh, maybe not even if I lost it to a Widow Mine. Pick up that SCV. Or if he had turrets in good positions, as I flew in there with the first one. So, I mean, he started a turret now, and I see that. But this one still doesn't have a turret in, although he's just started to build it here. I could kill this. I could kill these two SCVs and the two mules, which would probably be annoying for him. Maybe even this SCV, but instead I position it back here. So as that was happening, he pulled his Marine force back, so not only did I get some economic damage done, but it bought me a little bit of time. So now I have a few more Stalkers out front here. Gateway-wise, I am at 2 warp gates. I've started transitioning into a Rebel now, which is, I believe, the right thing to do, because I'm going to need Splash Hit pretty soon. So he's got Stim already, so he stims, which gets a lot of damage done and actually lets him kill a few of these Stalkers, but it weakens all his Marines, so I mean, it's a trade-off. So he still hasn't started a factory yet. He is starting another missile turret though, because I believe we got a little bit of more damage done with the Oracle on the side here, as he was pressuring it from Marines. Yeah, and I did lose it to this missile turret. But now this Oracle even gets just a little bit more damage done. I think I killed an SCV and maybe a Marine there. Just parking it right here will let you kill the SCVs that come to get gas, but you're just out of missile turret range. But now I'm going to go check this watchtower here. Make sure that it is not scouting information from that watchtower. And I mean, he's just kind of sitting out here with these Marines, which I think is a little bit risky. Because if I were going for some gateway attack behind this, which would be unlikely, but let's say I was going Blink. He has no idea what attack I'm going right now. I mean, for scouting information right now, he's got what he saw with his original Reaper. I could have literally anything in my base, and he would have no idea. All he knows is that I've got a natural and I'm warping in gateway units still. As opposed to what I know, which is pretty much everything that's going on in his base right now. The only thing I don't know about is this factory he started back here. Everything else I pretty much saw with my Oracles. That's the other nice thing about Oracles, is they give you plenty of scouting information as you're doing damage. But most importantly, I kept them alive. So it is a little bit of cute micro. He's stimmed again though doing this. So again, he took a lot of damage. I realized that he doesn't even have Marauders with this and that he just stemmed. So I'm going to go chase these down with Stalkers. All his Marauders are still on this side here. So he finishes his factory. He should be throwing down Starport pretty soon. I do throw down Double Forge because I'm going to start getting upgrades. So he stims again to get away. He still lost a couple Marines. But now that he's got his force out here, I should see this, shouldn't I? So this is a little bit sloppy. I lose 2, 3, 4 Stalkers, so I didn't need to there, which is quite a bit. But as his stim wears off, he's too low to fight now, so he has to back off. And I do get a Revelation off, which gives me a little bit of safety in knowing where his units are now for a little while. Although I think I lost the Oracle also. Regardless, they did the damage that they needed to do and gave me some information. This is a mistake though. So I built 2 forges because I'm going double upgrades because I felt comfortable with where I was after having gotten that damage done and seeing that he still hadn't teched mines or medevacs yet. So my plan was to get 2 upgrades, but I've screwed up and queued them both in the same forge, so I'm only getting 1 upgrade at a time. So I expand to a 3rd, even before he does. I've got an observer sitting on the majority of his army here, and he is just getting out his first 2 medevacs now, which are quite late. Which I find is a question of decision. I mean, his plus, or he's got 1-1 already, but he's not getting 2-2 yet. His armory was late to start at 2-2. I mean, if you were going to be very upgrade focused, but spending that much gas delayed him from getting medevacs in a timely manner. I mean, you can have medevacs way before then, which makes life as a Protoss player a lot more difficult when you have to deal with drops. I mean, as of right now, I've got 2 Colossus coming out. I'm going to have range any second, and he's just producing medevacs because he needs to be. So, Vikings are no inside. Actually, I did keep that Oracle, so I've still got it for later. Looks like I did fix that upgrade error. I moved the armor over. Do I have a Twilight Council? I have one on the way, so I make the same mistake he did. I want to continue my upgrades, and I thought I was going to be getting a weapon upgrade here. I think I saw those medevacs move out, which is what prompted this warp, and I'm going to skip back just a little bit to see if that's what happened. Because I've got my observer sitting, and I think I see his medevacs come in. Medevacs. But regardless, I'm getting 2 upgrades for a little bit right here, right now. And I've got my Twilight Council coming in, so I'm going to continue my upgrades. I get observer speed. Or am I not getting observer speed? I thought I was. I think I canceled it accidentally. Yeah. I see these medevacs leaving. So I pulled my Stalkers back because I figure he's going to be looking to drop me. So I've got Stalkers in this line here, and I've got Stalkers in the back line here. So he's got 2 medevacs here. He's got 2 medevacs there. Where's my mothership core doing this? In an okay place. How many warp gates do I have? Not enough, but I realize that I'm adding on, which is good. I am not upgrading my 2-2 here though. So I'm well defended against drops right here. I mean, he can drop here, but it's going to be... Oh, here's my weak spot right here. So he's getting probe damage done. And he's getting damage done on this side too, because my Stalkers are out of position. Alright, so I pushed this drop out. Now he's still got this drop in the main doing damage, although it just killed pylons. He could have been already in my probe line doing a shit ton of damage, maybe even sniping a robotics bay. But he's not. We're both just having a Mexican standoff and standing there. So he was busy microing over here. So now he is microing on this side, and I need to pull my army back to deal with this. Shit. I'm going to lose my Templar Archives. So I photon overcharge, but he's going to get away with this, I think. Can I get my vac even for it? No. I do not. And he's got this drop too. He could be dropping here again and doing damage. Oops, that was probably a mistake. Trying to go on the rocks. All of the time I was that mothership core. I very well could have. He should come back for it. Instead he goes for a Colossus. Alright, so basically I lost my Templar Archives and had to rebuild in the back here. He's got a large bat force. What are we looking at armor-wise? It's about 30 ahead of me. Work-wise is close enough. No charge yet? Okay, I've got charge. Well, I'm going pretty deep here. That was very questionable. I should recall. 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 Oh. Alright, so I overextended there. And I'm going to pay for it by losing all my Colossus. I mean, I trade out for a decent amount of bio, but basically I had my guys too far in front of my Colossus. So up until this point the game went pretty well, but at this point I'm pretty much dead. Because I took a bad engagement. And I mean, I'm getting Templar, but I'm not going to get Storm out. My Templar Archives got sniped. Speaking of which, I should have stuck it back here to start. It's too common to have drops on this side, so I could have put it even back in here, would have been a much better location, or even kind of in the middle here, in a place that would be less likely to be dropped, not so close to the edge of the base. I lose these Archons, and then basically I've got nothing to defend. I mean, his third's not even really established yet, but I'm just so far behind. I'm supply-wise that I'm just never going to have time to catch up. So yeah. I overextended and cost me a game. Could have had a Templar Archives in a better location. I could have probably had a couple storms, even when he hit, even with that overextension, if I hadn't had my Templar Archive sniped. But losing those Colossus then was pretty much sealed my fate. I didn't have Splash ready in time then for the actual big push. But overall, I did a few things right. But I got to focus on not chasing that far, because my gaming units got just too far ahead of my Colossus. But thanks for watching, and until next time.